Dialed in to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to use
The smarts of these studs.
because they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks and brews.
brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. We had to squeeze one in this week, Nick.
We did.
Start us with what you should
So-
be saying at the start of every episode.
As always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate you guys joining us, and we hope you enjoy and get something from our content. So, while you struggle with that, David, I'm going to talk about what I'm drinking
Please do.
because I took a big old nap today.
Yes, you did. To the point that we were talking about doing a podcast. You texted me, you're like, all right, I'm up for my nap, and then went fucking silent for a couple more hours.
30 more minutes, and then got up and you're like, so we doing this? And I was like, fine, I'll get out of bed. I'm going to drink a zero sugar Monster Energy drink so that way I can get on with my day. Made a Facebook post and said, hey, you ever had a nap where you forgot that you've already started this day? This day. And one of my friends was like, a nap, what are you, 5? And I was like, a comment like that proves why you need a nap.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what are you drinking, my friend?
So I have a very fun one today. This is something I brought back all the way from Boston.
Bastin.
Boston. So this is from Down East Brewing.
Okay.
It's an unfiltered craft cider. It's guava passion fruit.
There we go. This sounds like the beer I'm trying to get Courtney because Untitled Arts does like a guava passion fruit,
Yeah.
non-alcoholic. Mm. Oh, that's delightful.
Isn't that delicious?
Yeah.
They have this at Mega Bev in Battle Creek. I got to make a run.
Oh yeah. Hey, let me. Well, say it's alcoholic, but say let me know. Let me know. Grab me a 4-pack or a 6, whatever they sell them.
Absolutely. They have a lot of good flavors in this.
It's good.
They have, a whole bunch of fall ones right now, like a pumpkin pie and.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Did I made the whole joke about I think I'm turning into the stereotypical white girl summer. Hey, there's no time for nappy poos. Bull crap. So this one here is going to be giving us a video here shortly.
Yeah.
We have officially made a sponsorship.
Oh, have we?
Yes. So it's a Pops and Pennies.
Nice.
Has sponsored.
I did hear about this because you asked me.
Yeah, say Pops and Pennies has sponsored Grand Rapids cheerleading, competitive cheer team. Buddy of mine reached out. It was funny. I gave him a text credit. Hey, do you want me to have her ask and I was like, I'm really glad that that I force kids to ask me for money. I told here it was like 9-something at night, kind of late. I said, hey, don't worry about it. But we made a different trade, and that trade is a Pops and Penny shout out. So we'll be getting our shout out here really soon. So Jeff, thanks for tuning in with us.
Love to have you on here, Jeff. GR Elite is the team through Champion Force.
There we go.
So go if you're a listener in the Grand Rapids metro area, go give them some love. We always love to help out sporting organizations, especially female ones, because we coach girls.
Well, that's change of time. I know. Sorry.
Oh, shit.
Well, okay, you and I are coaching together, which is awesome. I'm not sure I can get through this one without you this year. That being said,
I wanted to throw down yesterday, and I'm not going to say against who. I'm just going to say I wanted to throw down yesterday.
no,
It was not against the girls.
I was talking to the umpire yesterday, the field umpire.
Yeah.
And real quick, and
She was awful, but not as bad as the home plate umpire. But anyways,
just fine. And so I
Sure,
said,
whatever.
right, exactly. So I said, oh man, I was like, I can't hear. And she goes, yep, she's literally brand new. And like literally game 2 for this girl or something like that. And I get it. I understand it. You got nerves, you got whatever. And I told her, I said, hey, you'll never hear anything. You'll hear me grumble because that's who I am, but I'll never say anything to you, right?
hey, also his 3 boys do cheer as well, so it's not just girls.
Oh, there we go. That's
Love that.
But the one thing I said is something along the line of like, I think we talked about it. Like 65% of girls stop doing competitive sports by middle school. So like for me to give crap to this umpire, either of the 2 of them who are younger, they're I don't even have to say this. Like they're teenage girls, right? Like they're not they're not adults.
They're
And they're not
probably 16-ish.
Yeah, let's go right, but like above the above that middle school aspect
Yeah.
of things. The one might be in college, the one probably still
Maybe,
in high school. But like, so I'm sitting here just going like, if you're trying to be involved, I'm going to be as supportive as possible. Also, right? Like, I that's just who I am. I'm gonna build you up. We had an incident last night, and I was sitting here just going, "Look, you can appeal." And like, I'm walking both of my coaches and these umpires through exactly how this is gonna go.
Not this coach.
Right? I'm like,
This coach knows.
say, you have this choice. We have this choice. No. Look, here's the choice. Umpire, I'm gonna let you know. You have the ability to say yes or no. Whatever you say, we don't care. Also, if you do, just know that person has to answer. I was like, just say no.
I guarantee you that person had no clue.
Had no clue, right?
No clue.
But yeah, so sports ball, yay us.
It happens.
Say it does, but so right, I guess going into this, we Pops and Pennies, Bucks and Brews, we love to sponsor. Yes, for our youth, when we sponsor, as I told Jeff, when we sponsor golf outings, it's under Bucks and Brews mostly. When we sponsor children or the youth events, it's under Pops and Pennies.
Something about not supporting the youth with beer.
The drinking aspect of things. So
That's why when we do our Pops and Pennies episodes, we drink pop.
we do.
For those of you that are joining us that are not from Michigan, yes, it is pop, not soda.
You know why?
Why?
Because you bake with soda and you drink pop.
There you go.
And then sorry, so you have did you already say your second beer that you have?
No, I have not. So from one of our favorite breweries here in Michigan, outside, I got the Bean Flicker Shamrock, which I do love.
Okay.
That's from my daughter, so she sponsored that. I sponsored this one for the see you on TikTok. That's what we got here.
Yeah.
At Down Easter. Guava passion fruit, which is just delightful.
I'm gonna get that stuff shipped up here.
I'm gonna talk to Rishi and tell Rishi he needs to start stocking this.
Yeah, I got my guys in
Oh yeah, over in Granville.
Genesee. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just made them shirts for
Nice. Are those the shirt?
for a 40th birthday. I didn't want to show the design yet.
Yeah.
That's why I just showed them in a crumpled box. So yeah, it's today's episode. Really guys, we need your help with ideas besides getting some guests. We'll get some guests, but we need your help of topics that you're wanting to learn, because right now we're going to give you a rough idea of a bunch of things that we see going on in the
World.
the financial
US.
world, right? Like mine's going to be more real estate focused. Mine's going to be, moving of wherever.
Mine's going to be very economic focused.
Right. So, just if you have a specific topic, you have a part of life that you're interested in, let us know. We're going to dive into it.
Well, and I do want to address TikTok for a minute. So I did a video the other day, which basically was just me telling people my thoughts on what I support and don't support.
Sure.
And that it went mini viral. Mini we're going to say because it's not quite 10,000 views, but it's getting there.
Sure.
So we picked up another 300 plus followers.
Yep.
I don't do a ton of political content. We talk politics way more on the show than I do on my TikTok, but it's important these days because unfortunately the fucking world is on fire.
Oh yeah.
So we're definitely going to talk about those things. If you liked the content you saw, go back and listen to some of those political type episodes that we've had on. Some really great guests. The most recent one we had on 2 former Republicans and a communist. I'm going to call Scott a communist. He wouldn't mind. Just talking about the economic and political climate in the U.S. As of August, and it was a great episode. I had a lot of fun with that. Nick had a lot of fun with that. He hates political shit.
I do. It's not our intention. It's not my intention of Bucks and Brews, but I also understand that politics plays a huge part in finances for what I'm doing. I want to. Right, we can talk about that. I know that you still have a career, right? You have a job. Did you know that my job got put into jeopardy this weekend?
I do know that because you and I talked.
Yeah, say right. I started just laughing my butt off. My friends started laughing because so my Facebook gets updated once every 10 years or so, right? I don't care what I post. I don't need to post that I'm a self-employed. It still shows that I am sponsored by a company that I used to be sponsored by a bowling company. They closed up like 8 years ago or
But
so.
they're going to fire you
Yes, right?
because you said nasty stuff.
No, they said, that's the thing. I said nothing nasty.
No, according to this idiot, you said nasty stuff. Kind of like Jimmy Kimmel said nasty stuff, and all of a sudden he's off the air, even though he didn't fucking say anything other than Republicans are trying to paint the shooter as liberal, but he's actually MAGA.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I just watched the video. I have to share it with you.
Yeah.
I can't think of her name. You know her very well.
I'll talk while you're.
This one. Sorry.
Oh yeah, D Under the Desk News. She's
There you Under the Desk.
They're great. So
Yeah.
They're great.
Okay. Yeah.
They're
But yeah. So I was watching that and dealing with some things, but like, for me, I got into it. I seen a friend of mine had called out a few people. He had posted anybody ready for a road trip, and it was talking about going to Arizona for Charlie Kirk's visual visit,
Vigil.
whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was funny because he said, "Oh, I seen it." It was like he tagged like 3 different people, and I was like, "What's funny?" And so I was like, "Oh, I'm not afraid to say what's funny." So I put my laughing, Nick, what's funny? What's funny is the fact that you're willing to fly drive multiple hours, days to go to a visual of a person that you didn't even know. Didn't I was like, I'm sorry if I'm wrong in the fact that you guys were apparently best friends, go ahead and send me his phone number so that way I know that you guys talked on a daily basis. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure you've never even shaken hands. You didn't even know this person. You're willing to drive. I was like, you can't even tell me what your guy doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't have a wife, doesn't have a boyfriend. Like, it's individual guy. He reminds me of your old best friend.
Oh yeah.
Who is anti-abortion but never will have. I mean, granted, your friend finally found a person. This person is the same.
Probably will never find a person.
Right? Like, you have an opinion on females, and but you're nothing.
Let me ask you this: is it the fact that they're willing to go for somebody they never met? Because I'll tell you right now, I've gone to one memorial service and one processional.
I mean,
for people I've never met.
If you're going to support your friend that has met them, it doesn't bother. But if you're just telling me you went to Ryan Sandberg's, I'm going to tell you that's weird.
I went to Walter Payton's.
That's weird.
Why?
Because it's too much idolization for a human being. Like, I will make my post about Robin Williams and say, "Hey, that's really sad." Yes, what he did, but like really at the end of the day,
for Walter, for me,
sure.
I mean, that was my childhood idol.
Sure.
And he passed away. I was 21-ish. And I just felt the need to go to the thing they had at Soldier Field, for fans.
Yep.
And that's what I did. But again, would I have gone to multiple states away to do that? No. Would I make a 3-hour drive? Sure. I did. I made a 3-hour drive.
Sure.
When I lived in the Chicagoland area, I went to
a celebration of life.
Harry Carey's.
And right, again, it's not the funeral, I guess, so it is what it is. But there's,
Would I do that now? No. I love Rhino. Okay, Ryan Sandberg just died. Love him to death. I didn't have a draw to, hey, I need to go to, the service or anything. Or I said to Dawn at one point, I'm like, yeah, it'd be cool if I could stop by the statue, and pay my respects at the statue.
Yeah. But
again, I have a much different view on death than I used to have. So to me, it's not a huge thing. But for any political type person, I don't think there's anyone other than Peyton and Harry that I liked more than George Carlin. When George Carlin passed, I didn't have the draw to do anything, and I still wouldn't now, other than watch George Carlin talk. That's what I would listen to him talk.
Right. I'm gonna paraphrase, right? Because the rest of this whole, I'm not gonna give this guy anything. But here, so this just the beginning. Anyone laughing at this post is showing your true colors. Feel free to unfollow me. Laughing at wanting to attend a memorial service is insane. Let alone one where world leaders and well-known musician artists will be performing it. It will be an historic event and would be an honor to attend. I'm not going to keep going, but like that. Okay, so my response was, wait. So you want to go to a memorial service because there's going to be big names there?
Yeah.
Like that's what I took out of it. Right? Is
100%. That's the reason.
get real, dude. It's an historic event memorializing an incredible man.
There's lots of historic events, and he wasn't fucking incredible. He was a hateful bigot.
Right. But like, dude, you just posted, oh, there's going to be huge names there. Like you're excited to go to a thing. Like that's my whole point. Is like you're clout chasing. You're doing this type of a thing. Like, it's like when I go to concerts, right? I like to go to there's a venue here in Michigan called the Machine Shop.
Okay.
It is my favorite venue of all time. It holds 212 people or something. It is the first place AC/DC played when they came to America.
Okay.
So I go see a band such as Jackal, right? Smaller band, things like that. Or I'll go see Papa Roach in a band, in like a 220 something place.
Intimate setting.
Very much. But like, I mean, let's say it's not a tassel with elbows instrument. But like they bring in things. Wait, so you'll get in line and you'll have people, oh, what? Yeah, you're a huge fan. What's your favorite song? And I bet you're gonna say the most famous one, right? Like, okay, here, Amos Lee. I've seen this guy 9 times. I've traveled to Colorado, right? You could say that's weird. I understand. But David, if I've seen somebody 9 times, would you say I'm a fan?
Yeah.
Now, if I told you that his most famous song is probably my favorite song, would that surprise you?
No. It's a famous song.
Right? Like, now, don't get me wrong, I love so many others, but if I had to pick, Windows Are Rolled Down. Why? Because I will tell you the time watching it with my wife and the outdoor adventure and the everything just going and the closing, and to make this such a huge performance, it has become just so much more to me. Don't get me wrong. The first song I ever sang to my daughter when she popped out was in Arms of a Woman, right? So, but like people be like, oh yeah, just naming off the whatever songs, and it's like, bud, you're right. I don't know every intimate detail about this fucking human's life. I don't know Amos Lee's real name. I think Courtney's looked it up multiple times. I know he's from Pennsylvania. Sure. Why do I know that? One, because I watched him in another intimate setting here at St. Cecilia's, and he goes, hey, sorry if I did whatever. I'm watching the Phillies game. And me, not realizing how loud I am, go, God, I really hope he's telling the truth. And he goes, oh, no, I am. Holds his phone up. I'm in the back of the fucking thing. And I just start laughing. I was like, I love this guy, right? Like so much more because I'm like, dude, I really hope this is true. But it to me, I don't need to prove to you how much I know about another human being.
It's bro dudes. Bro dudes always have this fucking thing of you're not a big enough fan unless you can name the most obscure tune they ever did. And somehow you have to prove your fan. Fuck you. If they like them, they like it. You know what? I went to a Metallica concert. I love Metallica. You know my favorite Metallica song? It's Nothing Else Matters off of the Black Album.
Sure.
I love that song. Does that make me less of a Metallica fan than you because you like some fucking obscure song off the first fucking album that nobody listened to?
Right.
No, fuck off.
Right. I'll tell you, it's funny because do I like Metallica? I'm going to say the answer is no now. Why?
Okay.
Because sure, I'll listen to it if it comes on. It's fine. I don't change the radio. But to me, I mean, trying to look at it, it's $500 minimum for a ticket, and that's fucking nowhere land. So I had to ask myself, am I a Metallica fan? I mean, really, no. Like, I'd pay $75 to go see them, like a normal thing, do whatever. But I'm not paying $500 to be fucking nosebleed in the middle of nothing, get nothing out of it. I don't like them that much, right? Like, I like them.
I probably spent about $80-$90 for Upper Bowl.
Sure. But like, you drove 3 hours.
No, I drove 25 minutes. They were at Van Andel.
Oh, were they at the van? Okay. Yeah, say. But
I paid them an extra $20 so I could get a recording of the concert, which was great.
Sure.
It was the first time they did Unforgiven in like several years, so it was a big deal.
Sure.
Which I just wanted to be able to hear back the concert, because it was a good fucking concert.
AKA, he couldn't hear it the first time he was sitting up in the Upper Bowl. But
that might be a thing.
Yeah, that might. I don't know. I'd rather listen to an album at home with friends or something, right? Like
I get it.
That one again, but teach their own. I'm not going to sit here and judge you and be like, "Oh man,
you're not a good enough fan."
You're not right. Like,
let's pivot back.
Let's do this.
You were talking about something that's affecting your business, and that was kind of bullshit. But there is something that might affect your business. Let's talk about that before we get into some economic stuff.
Yeah,
So there's a new law they're trying to pass.
there is. Yeah.
For those of you that have not listened to Bucks and Brews before, Nick is a real estate investor and a landlord.
Yep.
He's one of the better landlords because he's not a total fucking asshole.
Now that's almost like a compliment.
I mean, you are an asshole, but you're my asshole.
They kind of total. So anyway, here in Michigan, right, legislation is trying to pass a bill called the right to repair.
That sounds good.
Right.
Can you explain that to me?
So basically, the right to repair bill is trying to get passed so that way a tenant can go out and hire whoever they feel like they would like to. It's hard because I can't say this non-biased, right? That you have the right to go out and hire whoever you want to fix the repair that is needed, and then deduct that off of your rent.
Mhm.
So here's where the issue I have, right? So you use most of my contractors now, right?
Yes.
So, David, is my plumber ridiculously inexpensive?
Oh my god, I pay him extra.
Right. I pay him more than what he asked me to.
Yeah,
pay.
he goes, "Oh, this will be $50," and I give him 70 or 75 because everybody else would charge me 150
just to come out.
Yeah.
Just to come out, right? Okay. I mean, my normal plumber before him.
The urinal issue we had downstairs,
Yeah.
which ended up being nothing.
Really?
Yeah, well, they came out and they're like, "Yeah, there's no leak here. Somebody must have just pissed on the floor."
That dude, it was
Can't believe I know.
leaking all over the bottom.
He was just sweating, I guess,
Oh,
because it was hot down there.
that was so
But I texted our plumber and I'm like, "Hey, I got a urinal I need you to look at." He goes, "I'm not good at those. I tried once and I just fucked it up, so I don't want to touch that." I'm like, "Cool, I appreciate the honesty."
sure.
Because again, he was honest with me. He's like, "I think that's a button." Okay.
But okay, so if my plumber's out of town or whatever, right? Because he's got some family things to do. Oh, hey, they're going to be there within this day. Well, they're trying to say that you have the right to go to. I don't want to give a shout out to whoever, but like Service Professor. I'm not sure. I think it's a nationwide company.
Service Professor's awful, by the way.
Okay,
Fucking awful.
but Service Professor just to show up. Okay, now mind you, now you as a tenant, right? You could be like, I need this now. So you're going to call at midnight and say, hey, my drinking water from my kitchen sink isn't working. So you call it. It's $225 for them to come out now, right? They make the repair. Let's say it's an aerator, right?
Yeah.
That aerator is going to cost me $1.30, right? Inflation $1.50 now. Okay, to unscrew this, put it back in. It cost me $260 for something that shouldn't be a thing, right?
I will tell you right now, we had at one point in our house, a bird fell in the chimney.
Yeah.
And it put out the pilot.
Yeah.
So we froze all night.
Yeah.
All froze. And then we called Jordan's grandpa the next day. And we're like, "Bert, can you come out and look at this?" And he's like, "Sure. How long have you even been without heat?" And it was like 5 degrees out. And we're like, "Oh, since about 8 o'clock last night." He goes, "Why didn't you call me in the middle of the night?" And we're like, "Because we weren't going to bother you in the middle of the night. We just put on extra blankets."
Yep. But I said I understand there's certain things, but there are some shitty landlords out there. But like this is going to affect people who so
are not shitty landlords.
For me, the most part, right? Again, I will address a situation within. I've never gone past addressing, right? Like 6 hours, I think.
You jump on stuff,
right? Like, hey, yes, let me look into this, right? I usually give you a response. Hey, let me get somebody out there. Blah blah. Yeah, you text me at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's a huge chance I'm up by 8. So, hey, my heat's out. Okay, great. I will contact somebody. I contact somebody right then. I don't ever wait longer unless, if it's 8:30, I'll wait till 9 for them to open. Granted, say that, but these companies probably open at 7. So if it's 6:30 and they open at 7, I'll wait till 7. Just make the call because like nothing's gonna happen in that 30 minutes, and I know this. But like, so these people just have the right. They will eventually have the right to just go spend so much more of my money. And again, I'm keeping rents low because I hire the right people. I don't, hey, when I just had a city inspection. The toilet seat was broken, right? I didn't break it. Apparently, I'm supposed to supply them with a functioning, working toilet seat, right? It cracked in the fucking corner edge. I'm a big dude. I've never cracked a fucking toilet seat.
I have.
Like the actual, like blows my fucking mind. But he had it taped or whatever. And he's like, "Hey, you got to get this fixed." You know what? I sent my guy out. I don't know how much it cost. $20. I didn't even charge the tenant. Like that's who I am. As fuck it. We'll just get it fixed. Like I'm not going to fight you over $20. I'm not going to do
Maybe
whatever.
he went over there, snuck in his house in the middle of the night, broke the toilet.
Then he fucking broke it. He's like, "Oh yeah, it broke like last week," and I was like, "Okay." And the inspector's like, "Yeah, they have to have a functioning toilet seat," and I was like, "Why? Like, what the fuck did you just say to me? Like, what the fuck is a toilet seat? Like, I don't understand." My
You can
brain.
still
You can do
you can
everything.
still shit on a broken toilet seat.
You can still crap without a toilet seat.
Yeah.
Think
I mean, you
about
don't really need the seat.
what does that seat do? Sure, a little blow up for water. Like if when you flush it,
I mean, are you sitting there flushing all the time? Because
When
I'll
you-
get up.
you should be courtesy flushing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you
But-
should. If somebody else is in there with you, yes.
But all I'm saying is like, what? Like, this is the weirdest fucking law I know of.
Where the fuck did we go off the tracks that we're talking about shitting?
Oh no, we're talking about because that was one of the repairs.
I know,
right?
but still.
Yes, but like one of the repairs that have to happen is this, and so like I didn't charge him, but
Mhm.
now I mean now if you were to call and get that toilet seat repaired, and again you call Service Professor. I'm not saying this is their numbers. I will say Cherry Valley. Sorry, so they're 125 just to come out.
You call David's plumbing service.
Yep.
Because I have a plumbing service.
You're 125 bucks just to come out.
Correct.
That's what I used to pay my people.
Yep.
125, 150. You have to go get a toilet seat. You're gonna $20. You're now gonna charge me 40 for the toilet seat.
Uh-huh.
So I'm at 150 plus 40 for something that
So you're basically spending $200 for something that would cost you $20 to do yourself if they gave you 5 more hours.
or if I hired my plumber,
Uh-huh.
how much do you think that toilet seat would have cost me?
If it's $20 toilet seat, maybe $40.
Not even.
You don't think so?
I 25, right? He'd be like, "I want like I'll just take care
A
of
little bit of gas money, no big
right,
deal.
kind of a no, right?" But like saying, he
Well,
probably-
you're a plumber.
That's the
Exactly.
thing. He'd be like, "Honestly, I think I got a toilet seat sitting around that
Yeah.
somebody else didn't want this one. They wanted one of those foamy ones, and he'll just throw it to me for like $5,
Yeah.
$10, and yeah." But like that's the whole point is so the right to repair. I understand needing things. It just we get into a spot where every tenant thinks everything is black mold, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. There are multiple different types of mold out in this world. Just because it looks black does not mean it's black mold. Like it is insane to me. And so, you're you're gonna get into a spot where evictions are gonna start happening because I mean or I'm gonna be going to court constantly chasing my own money down and say, "Hey, you owe me this." Oh well, and the law is going to be written to where, hey, they have to give me notice, they have to do certain things, whatever it might be. But now if we double book, how pissed am I going to be, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm paying 2 people to go out. So, that's kind of where things are headed. I don't think it's going to help any part with housing, right?
So we do have a user question. How would it work if a trailer park needs a water main line fixed, but the procrastinator fixing it would that cover? That is written really bad at the end.
How would it work if a trailer park needs main water line fixed? So is it stopping you from getting water, or is it just causing? So that's the whole thing. We'd have to figure out that whole. The idea is it stopping you from having running accessible water, right? Yeah. So right, that's where we kind of draw the line, and that's what the law is getting worked on to figure out. The law is getting figured out to see how it's written. So I don't know everything yet down to the detail, but it is something that I'm paying attention to. And that's
they're talking about these things. Nothing's happened yet necessarily.
I mean, yeah. So, but like, right, and as you're saying, I mean, think about that. Okay, so you're in a trailer park. You have a main water line, so it's on the property of the thing. The city usually covers up to a certain point, but now you're gonna have to dig. Hey, I don't have the pressure that I need, and this person. Oh, hey, now, but they're gonna have to cover up what $20,000 job for somebody to come in, excavate it.
Mhm.
Hey, I gave you a written notice that said you had this much time to fucking do this. now I'm $20,000 and I'm never going to pay you lot rent again. You know what I mean? But now am I prepaid for lot rent? So now you can't evict me no matter what happened.
Mhm.
Like, where does this line get drawn? And this is where it becomes ridiculous.
You know, and part of my problem with some of the politicians we have at the state level is they're just so fucking stupid.
Yep.
So you know, there's currently a asshole. We'll say his name's Jeff. I think it might be Jeff, running around. Not that Jeff. He's running around and he wants to ban porn, all porn. You can't access porn.
Yeah.
Which that's fine.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, that's great. You know, he voted against outlawing child marriage in the state.
No.
So porn bad, fucking a 14-year-old as far as he's concerned is good. And I just don't kind of understand that reasoning there.
Right.
Because first off, why would you be as an adult attracted to anybody under 18? At 48 years of age, I'm not attracted to an 18-year-old. It doesn't mean they're not cute. It just means I'm not interested in having any kind of sexual relationship with a fucking 18-year-old because they're like 3.
I say, I don't understand what people sit here and do.
I mean, you're younger than me.
I am
You're 37.
30. Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Look at me go.
Half your age plus 7 or something.
Something. So 18-year-old. I mean, I already know your answer. You'd rather have a 58-year-old.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've seen some 58-year-olds. They're pretty fucking hot.
Jane Seymour 70. I just found out.
You know what? You know what blows me the fuck away?
What's that?
When I was like 25,
Yeah,
there were not attractive women over 50.
just like where you just weren't looking for them.
There are a lot now.
That's it. Yeah.
Fucking shit. I look at Selma Hayek sometimes, and I'm like,
Right.
how the fuck is she 60 years old?
Right. But you know, it's like me. I'm into older women. So,
Hey, shout out to Eric, who his birthday was just yesterday, and one of his kids had surgery. So
happy
I hope that
birthday.
went well for you, Eric. It looked like everything went okay.
But yeah, say they're all they're doing right now is just trying to ruffle some feathers, figure out what they can and can't get away with, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what they do.
And so, oh hey, they're not going to fight me over here, but we're going to. And a lot of it, the problem with bills is everything is to sneak something in, right?
Always.
I truly believe that everything should be voted on as an individual policy, right?
It totally should be.
I wish the government would restructure. We go in, we say, hey, Fridays, or even if we have to do it twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. Look, this is is ketchup a vegetable? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Like plain as all you're doing is asking yes, no questions, because that's how you vote is yes or no. Hey, is this perfect? Yes, no. So everything has to be individual. You don't get to sit here and say, hey, if I get to raise the national debt $100 trillion, you guys can have adult content. Like, what the fuck do those two go hand in hand? Oh, hey, if I raise the national debt, you can have schools funded privately and publicly.
Well, I sent you this message the other day because I went to the Steve Hestetter comedy show, and I ran into a friend of the show, Joe Spalding, there.
Yep.
And he was asking Steve about ranked choice voting and you know his thoughts on it and stuff. And there's a huge push in Michigan by the established parties to go against ranked choice voting because they only want you to be able to vote for a Republican or a Democrat, and that's it.
Yep. But
if you had ranked choice voting, you could essentially still vote third party and it actually means something.
Yep.
So like, in the 2020 election, you voted Jorgensen.
Yep.
Because you were worried about some of Biden's policies as far as a landlord goes, and you thought Trump was a piece of shit. So you weren't going to vote for Trump, but you couldn't bring yourself to vote for Biden because it might affect your business. So you went third party.
Right.
Now, if you could have sat there and ranked 5 choices, would you have ranked Trump higher or Biden?
Oh, back then I have no idea. I'm going to assume Biden, right?
Which would be my assumption as well.
With just coming off of Obama going into, I guess I would assume Biden, right?
Well, and I mean, at that point, even if you rank him 4th and Trump 5th, that gives you, a lane to go, I don't like these options. I like these 3 better because they just don't seem as bad to me.
Right.
But it's not throwing your vote away as what a third-party vote for president really is. And people have asked me, because, this little video I had that, popped off on TikTok, why can't we vote third party? You can absolutely vote third party. It means a lot if you're voting at a local level. But I won't say none. The majority of people that will vote for, Jill Stein and the Green Party or whoever's running as a libertarian, they're voting for those people only in the presidential race. They don't vote for them down ticket.
Right.
They're doing it to make some kind of statement that doesn't mean shit. If you want to make that statement, make it at the local level. Do it on a school board election, or do it in your local community. Somebody running for mayor, because there it can actually do something. The majority of what they do at the federal level doesn't affect us on the day-to-day, or at least it shouldn't.
Right. It shouldn't.
It's only doing it right now because we have shitbags out there doing stupid shit constantly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that it's not. The problem is elections will never change, right? We've had proof that China tampered with an election. What came of it? Nothing, right?
It's Russia.
Russia, right? Like, we've had proof that tampering has happened. Nothing comes of shit. Like, nothing's getting fixed. Nothing's doing anything. No changes are happening.
I've literally called out fake accounts, and they just go dark, because once you call them out, they're losing their credibility.
Fake accounts in what?
On social media. Like, I'll say you're just a fucking bot.
Yeah.
Because most of them are just fucking bots. And you go look at their page and they have like
6 friends.
6 friends and 3 pictures and 2 different girls that are their profile photo, and a dude's name. Okay, you're nobody. You don't fucking exist, and I'm not stupid.
Yeah, and but the problem is AI, and that's where AI is going to become a huge issue.
Yeah, because people can't decipher the truth from bullshit, and they don't want to either. They just want to believe bullshit. So this whole thing with Kimmel being pulled off the air, everybody's like, "Oh, he said horrible things." Literally, what he said was, "It seems that the shooter was MAGA, and they're trying to convince you that it wasn't." Okay, how is that celebrating Kirk's death?
Yeah,
you and I are not Charlie Kirk fans, right?
No.
Have we celebrated his death?
No.
And there's nothing to celebrate there, right? Death sucks.
It's nothing to be happy about.
Yeah, I don't get thrilled when people die. I might celebrate Trump's death. I might. I'm going to tell you all right now. If you like me and you don't like the fact that I will celebrate a death, when that motherfucker dies, I probably will celebrate. So you don't have to be my friend. I did it when Limbaugh died. When Rush Limbaugh died, I went online and fucking celebrated that shit. And people are like, "You're a horrible person." And I went, "All right, I don't give a shit," because nobody sowed more hate in this country than Rush fucking Limbaugh.
Right. Towards your side. Like,
towards anybody's side.
I don't know. It's just weird to me that people are idolizing a person who has done nothing. They've done negative, right? But like, this guy didn't make policy changes. He didn't affect.
He talked.
Who didn't get this much love was Princess fucking Diana, who made an impact on the world, right? This guy's being cherished by people. It's just insane.
Let me ask you something, Nick. I almost died a couple years ago.
Yeah.
If I would have died, are there any listeners that we have that are not, let's say, really close to me, that would have been like, "Man, that was a huge loss. I need to sit there and really mourn that loss"?
I have no idea, right?
I would say maybe, and not even for me, maybe for you. Let's say you. Danny and TJ would probably go, "Man, that really sucks because Nick helped us buy a house."
Maybe.
Because you helped them.
Right.
But for the most part, even though we're helping people, and we help people that come on the show and stuff, and we give out advice, are they close to us? Not necessarily. Our listeners are our listeners. I'm not saying they're not great people. I love our listeners. The ones that have, come on with us, I think are great.
But like, if you ask me, is Jack Razor listening to us? Probably not.
Absolutely not.
Never listened to a single episode.
Nope.
Right? But
he hasn't even listened to the episodes he's been on.
Of course not, right? Like, and that's the whole thing. Like, we understand what we are. We understand who, we're doing this for us, for other people.
We have a small following.
Very much, right?
People do love what we talk about from time to time. They like when we argue a lot. Honestly, if we just sat here and argued for an hour, people would be way happier with our fucking show.
Oh, absolutely. But And then, and that's so we need to get some help and cut things up and do things, differently. We just had that conversation this morning.
Yeah.
This morning, geez, a little bit earlier, right? Where it's like, oh, hey, you guys kept going on tangent with an interview that somebody should. Yeah, it'd be great if we had somebody to cut out this video, but
Mhm.
we're not going to take the time to learn this and do this.
Well, I don't have time to do it, and I don't want to pay a bunch of money to have it done.
Right. And I say it's a passion project for us.
I mean, my wife has asked asked me several times. She's like, "Hey, what are you doing this for?"
Yeah.
And my answer is always the same. We're doing it because we like it. We like getting together. We like talking about money. We like drinking beer.
Right.
I mean, at the end of the day, that's why we do this. We like helping the people that want to listen to our bullshit. Sometimes it is bullshit.
Well, oh yeah, and I say I think the help, right? Like again, because I know that for every 100,000 episodes we're gonna do, there's gonna be that TJ episode. If I could have that once a year, I'm sweating.
You remember
this kid? I don't remember the kid's name. Skylar.
Skyler?
Having him on, I'm so excited for 2 years from now, 5 years from now, to figure out how much he has in that Betterment account. Like watch and just go, hey guys, like literally just follow along.
Ashley's supposed to come back on.
Yeah.
So we had Ashley on right before she got hired at my job.
Yep.
And when she moves back, because she's moving back, has she seen your place?
We're supposed to. My tenant's moving out Sunday, so
Okay.
I'm
So she might rent from you, she might not, but either way, she's moving back to the Grand Rapids area, and she's like, "Yeah, once I move back, I'd love to come back on Bucks and Brews." And when she was on last time, she was not of legal age.
right.
Now she can have a drink with us.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And I mean, those people, they're great guests to me because, again, we're not just looking at doing this from the high level of this is why the U.S. economy sucks. We're also looking at how can we help you push your budget a little further.
Well, and that's what I get. That's where you and I differ on the Dave Ramsey thing, right? Again, the impact that I've seen from Dave Ramsey. I have a friend of mine who, him and his wife, and now going to be ex-wife, they were on the Dave Ramsey. They went to the studio and held up and said they got through their whole this, and I was like, I don't fucking care if you listen to Bucks and Brews or you listen to Dave Ramsey. You know what I do care about is you're making smart financial choices to fucking get where you want to be, right? Like, that's huge to me.
Well, I'm not saying Ramsey doesn't work. Ramsey works
for everyone. He's just not the.
He's just not doing things the way I would do them because he
takes the easy way out.
He does. He shuns things that shouldn't necessarily be shunned. Should people be credit card hacking like I do? Probably not, because you have to have a whole lot of self-discipline to bank those points and use them the right way. And most people don't have that. I said that to Skyler because he finally got a credit card, and I'm like, dude, you need to be really fucking careful because I don't trust him with it. I just don't.
You see,
he's 18. He's going to do 18-year-old things.
Right. I mean, he wanted to go get a tattoo with $120 in his account.
Right. I mean,
simple. No, it's actually my brother. So real quick, but like, yeah, with that, like Dave Ramsey, like, you know what I don't approve of is the fact that everything's faith based and everything. Oh, nope, we're not moving in. We're not buying a house unless we're married. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Right. We have devoted ourselves to this other person, and it's called a contract. So guess what? If it happens, you know what marriage ends in? Divorce. You know what non-marriage ends in?
Breaking up.
A breakup. There's no fucking different. Legally, they're entitled to this, right? We bought the house. We did this.
Yeah.
We have great. Everything's the same. Just fucking split the goddamn thing. Let's go. Like, I have no problem. Right.
Well, and the other thing I have that I fucking hate about Ramsey is he talks down to everybody as if they're stupid.
Yeah.
Some people are stupid. But sometimes you don't have to talk to them like they're a fucking idiot to get them to understand what you're trying to get across.
Right.
Nick, we're coaching 9 and 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
In the greater scheme of things, are they softball dumb?
Yes.
Oh, so softball dumb. And it doesn't matter if they play travel. I don't give a shit. They're 10 fucking years old.
Well, we look at last night. I swear these girls lost so much knowledge by going to bed.
Yeah.
We played Monday, and
they look great.
We yelled out, "Where's the play?" And I would tell you, we got an answer 90% of the time-ish, right? Because there'd be a little bit of this stuff. We yell out yesterday. Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
I promise you, man. Like, there's nobody on base and things like that. And I'm sitting here just going, what just happened? Like,
Yeah.
no, like my travel ball girls, my normal, or my new girls, like nobody's yelling, nobody's responding to anything. It's like, wait, hey, all right, let's try this again. So what's the play, right? Like, no outs, plays at one. Okay, great. Like now we have something, right? And so it's just like watching last night, but having to be reminded, right?
Yeah.
And then even at that, like there's a person on second base. Oh, hey, and one girl yelled out, "Hey, plays at third and first." Wait, no, it's not. Okay,
But she doesn't have to run.
right. But and to me, it's like that. This is what I'm teaching. This is what I'm not mad that you answered, right? You don't be embarrassed. You're wrong.
Yeah.
But here, this is what you hear, and when you hear check two, go one, because later in life, right? That's what you're going to hear these girls yell.
Yeah, I'm not yelling that right now.
Right.
My high schoolers, hey, we're checking too hard.
Yeah.
These kids, just throw it to one.
Just
throw it to one.
right. We're getting the guaranteed out.
Get me an out.
Yep. And but
Honestly, the Godwin kids that we had,
yeah,
I never told them to check shit because most of the time they couldn't.
no,
They didn't know what the fuck was going on.
it's like that girl. Yeah, but I mean, we are teaching. It's hard for me. It's hard for me because I was explaining to a parent last night. It's like, oh, their daughter, New York.
Yeah. I love New York, but
Her daughter, New York, played in the above division because they didn't try out last time, so they didn't know, and they put her. And I was explaining. I was like, look. I was like, the fun thing is you've been coaching forever, and the other coach, whatever, right? You guys are going to go against what I think, but I'm telling you, I'm going to keep trying for the heart. You're going to say, hey, I'm not yelling, check two, go one. I'm going to keep yelling, check two, go one.
you should.
Because eventually something's going to click. That shortstop is going to look, they're going to turn, they're going to go, not going, throw. That's what check two means. And it's like, it's going to click with them.
And I'm
right?
fine with that. I'm just going to yell go one.
No, I get
because I want them to know you need to go one.
But even at that, like just so many other things that I do is because I believe these girls can be so more advanced. It's just gonna but we only have 6 weeks with them. Now we're down to like 2. There's not many. I have 2 games left and then some fucking playoffs. So like
here's the thing I tell everybody, and this comes from many, many years of coaching.
Yep.
If you're a stupid person, you should surround yourself with smart people. If you're a smart person, you should surround yourself with smart people that disagree with you.
Absolutely.
Now, Nick, I asked you to coach with me back. It was the beginning of 2015 because Chris had left me. He went to run the Coopersville program, so I was still at Godwin. It was just me and Marv.
Yep.
I'm like, I really need a third coach.
20, yeah.
Come coach with me. And I got
2014 because Emerson was born 2015.
It was February of 15 that you committed.
Okay.
And
I already knew I was happy. Okay.
You already knew.
Okay.
And you kept saying, well, I'm not going to have time because I'm having a kid. And I kept going, well, she ain't going to be that old. Because she was doing what, like
August?
Oh, yeah, obviously, because she was born in August. And I'm like, yeah, fuck that shit. You're not going to be doing anything but staring at Courtney, so you can just come coach.
Right.
And I got you liquored up and you agreed to it.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you could coach softball. I knew that you knew the game because you were an umpire for me for many, many years.
Yeah.
And I knew you were passionate about teaching. I didn't know if you coached softball. I really didn't give a shit. I needed a third person on the fucking field that knew the game.
Right.
And you came in and you got irritated right away because I didn't give you things to do.
They stand around, yeah.
And I basically told you at one point, you want to do something, just go fucking do it. I don't give a shit. Yeah. And you're like, well, I figured you want things run your way. I hired you.
Yeah.
I trust you to do your fucking job. If I don't think you're doing a good job, I'll come tell you.
Yep.
And you were like, oh, sweet. I'll just go do that. And you started running bases with the kids and, you just fit in wonderfully because, again, you weren't waiting for permission to do anything and you weren't waiting for me to, have some ideas. You were just like, hey, those first basemen suck. I'm going to go work with them. Cool. Do that.
Yep.
Because I'm just looking for somebody to take shit off my plate.
I say, find a need, fill a need. That's my philosophy, right? Like my favorite is my assistant coach. Hey, do you want to go hit this to them? Hey, do you want to go do like we're in like, look, okay, what pisses me off, I will tell you, my assistant coach is kind of bothering me, not David. So because I do things as a team,
Uh-huh.
right? Dave, one thing I do is I build a team. Okay. If you go down and back, or sorry, if we're doing a stretch and you go
Yep.
down, I don't start my people coming back before my final people are all
Correct.
through. Okay. I do everything as a team, right? I don't sit here and play this game. Like my other assistant coach does not believe in my philosophy.
Uh-huh.
I understand, as you said, hey, get somebody that believes differently than you. Yes, to an extent.
Are
Right?
they as smart as we are?
Absolutely not.
That's where the problem lies.
Right.
Case in point, I'm going to interrupt you here.
Yeah.
Case in point, we're getting ready to start the fucking game yesterday, and somebody's still hitting ground balls in the middle of the field, and you're like, "Hey, bring them in. We need to get going."
Yeah.
And they just kept doing it.
Yeah.
And I screamed out, "Girls, bring it in!" And what did they do? They all fucking started running in, and I think the other guy was annoyed, and I don't give a shit.
Right. Well,
we're starting a game.
Right. We had to figure out how to get this going, right? And honestly, I think because of that, we probably could have got a whole nother inning in last night because we could have. We were what 30 seconds over.
Yeah.
Right. By the time we got our final out.
Yeah. We could have done one more inning.
I bet we could. And it's just that's the little things, right? And now you've cost these kids that little extra. Sure, we had to take infield, but now I could have tried a different pitcher. I could have tried a different catcher. I could have tried a few things.
He kept taking people from me to
nothing.
warm up the fucking pitcher.
Right. We were out nothing, and it's just like this. Okay, you want me to run? You want me to run all the good kids here and that?
Mm-hmm.
The game's already over, right? It's never over until it's over. You and I, but the game's already over. Why not? Why not? Right? Like, let's just try some fucked up stuff. Like, hey, if this works, great. If not, oh well. Like, who cares?
Can I change this? No.
Right? Yeah. So there's just that, but there's a very frustration. People ask me what makes my bowling coaching right. My assistant coaches, right? I have two completely different assistant coaches, right? One has bowling ball. They're a lot. I'm the both of them, right? I'm very loud, very supportive, and I also have so much bowling knowledge. Granted, I haven't studied it as much as I used to, but I designed and developed the bowling ball, right? I understand what the fucking bowling ball. My one coach, oh yeah, hey, this. Oh, he's looking into all these new bowling balls. He can tell you the diff. He can do this, and he's keeping up with technology. I have no passion. That burns me out now. I used to love that.
Yeah. I
used to want to be a bowling ball rep. Now I have a guy who's very cheerful and keeps these girls from going into. What have I done? Created 2 back-to-back fucking state championships, and everybody. Coach Nick doesn't do anything. I don't need any fucking credit, David. Look, I have 2 rings that I can sit here. Everybody can be like, "Oh, that was done because of this coach. That was done because of this player. This." Well,
who gives a shit?
I don't fucking care.
You got 2 rings,
right? Look, what I do works, right?
Well, I'm going to end the coaching thing on this, and then we're going to talk some economy shit.
Yeah.
So I remember coaching against Hopkins one year, and their fucking parents were just dogging me.
Yeah.
And this was after you had left me. And Osborne, friend of the show, was listening to this, and he finally turned around and goes, "You people need to shut the fuck up. You don't know how much work he puts in. If we had a coach like that, our kids would be awesome. But our coach doesn't put in any fucking work, and he's working all the time. And not only is he working with them, he's most of their fathers.
Right.
So just shut the fuck up." And I never heard shit from the Hopkins parents ever again.
Right.
Because they were put in their fucking place. It shouldn't take other people to do that for you. I coached in an inner city school. They weren't good at softball. They were great kids.
I say, David, you see this. This is you and I still have a culture shock. You got to go to Coopersville for a while.
Yeah. I spent 5 years up there.
This is year number 3, whatever, of coaching for me. Granted, I'm in Little League, so it's a little different. David, let me ask you: have you looked at the parents for Little League?
No, I don't look at them at all.
No, but have you heard some people yell for a kid?
I mean, I hear it. I just tune it out.
What would you say? So I guess my question is, what would you say? Is there more parents showing up and supporting for 9 and 10-year-old Little League in Georgetown Township, or do we have more for varsity softball at Godwin Heights?
Oh, there's way more in Little League. Way more.
For supporting our kids that
so I can tell you right now, the parents we had the year you coached with me, we had Chloe's mom.
Yep.
We had Ariana's mom.
Yep.
We had Jaden's mom who fucking hated me.
Okay.
Deja's mom would come when she could, otherwise her Grandpa would come.
Yep.
Cassie's parents.
Oh, yes, yes.
She was the catcher.
Oh,
The little tiny one?
Yeah.
I think I'm at the end of the parents we mostly have.
I don't think there's a single kid on my team.
That doesn't have parents. They're both parents.
Both, right? Even at that, like both.
Even if the parents aren't together, both are there.
It's weird.
And maybe step parents too.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? Like this is.
I mean, it was weird for me when I got up to Coopersville. All the parents were there because the way Chris got me up there, you don't ever have to talk to parents. Great. And they would come talk to me, and I'm like, I don't have to talk to you. I would literally just say that. I don't have to talk to you.
Oh, it's so funny. My wife and I didn't get into it at all.
Mhm.
What did you hear from me last night?
You told your wife, hey, parents aren't supposed to talk to players, go away.
I did not say that. Who said it?
Oh.
I said it to you.
Oh, okay.
You relayed that message.
Oh, yeah.
I loudly said, hey, David, please tell parents we don't have to talk to them.
Yeah, that's right. I do remember that.
David.
You're like, yeah, you're not supposed to talk to her. And she goes, I'm just doing whatever it was.
Right. I don't care. I didn't need this, right?
Yeah.
Like, because she tried to talk to Emerson about swinging the bat or something
Yeah.
like that. And I said, hey, remind parents that we don't talk to these.
Yeah.
You did all the work. I told you, hey, you're going to handle this, right?
Yep.
And you said, oh, I don't have to. I know that I hate doing this. It's my own wife. But the fact is, right, I'm not going to have this conversation with my wife. You are. And I'm telling you right there, right? Like,
I'm going to tell you right now, I screamed at one parent on my field one time. It was my wife.
right? Like,
I said, you're a parent. There's a 24-hour rule. Get the fuck off my field.
I did the exact same, right? She's trying to talk to my kid. Hey, remind parents. And then my wife got upset and she's like, yep, sorry, coach. Let me go get the coach some water. Yes, I get that she's upset. You are not going to come mess with my culture. You're not going to make my kid feel any different than any. No, like, right. My daughter is allowed to have her feelings and emotions without mom being there to do this. She needs to figure out how to rely on her players. She needs to no. Right? Like, it's so that's my 20-second rant for that. And I hold my own wife to the same accountability as I would hold any other.
I did mine too.
Right.
It caused a lot of fights.
There was a mom. I am a little more lenient in the fact there was a mom who was like, hey, I think she had to go to work. She must work third shift or something like that or whatever. She kind of poked at it in the dugout. She's like, hey, I gotta get going. Yeah, luck the rest of the game. I'm gonna allow it. I'm gonna always allow that, right? Like,
as long as you don't hear poaching going on.
Yeah, right. And sure, she might have even said, hey,
Swing the bat.
Swing the bat, or
Which
hey,
is fine.
keep your eye on the ball or something like that. But again, she was saying goodbye. It was not vindictive. It didn't go against anything I said. I had a parent in this already apologize. Yeah. Hey, coach, yeah. I just wanted to say I'm sorry for coaching my kid last game. At the end of it, you guys did this. You had said something about this, and I was like, hey, you know what? There's probably a chance I could have said something wrong. I don't know. Like, made the wrong call of a play. I'm not really positive. But if you hear it, just let me know. She's like, no, I shouldn't have done it. You guys asked us not to, and I shouldn't have done it. And I was like, hey, thanks for understanding, right? Like, my job is to coach your kid. Your job is to sit here and be supportive, right?
So we're gonna pivot again.
Yeah.
So you were talking about rentals.
I was.
So I have some statistics.
Let's see it.
So late rent payments.
Yeah.
This is from January 2021 until July of this year.
Mhm.
So January 2021, we had a new president, President Biden. They were about 10.5%. The rent was late.
1 out of 10 tenants. Wow.
Yeah. And it got down to a low in April of last year to about 8.5%.
Okay.
And now we're currently sitting at 11.5%.
Okay.
In the wonderful economy that we know.
It's crazy because this is actually really pretty average for my rental portfolio.
Is it?
Yeah, I would say truthfully.
About 10%?
The one that's moving out Sunday. Every month for the past, 9-10 months has been late every single month. Right? Like, it is insane.
I mean, that's rough.
Yeah.
A couple of the other things I want to look at. So percentage of U.S. debt that's 90 days plus delinquent by loan type. This goes back to looks like 2003 first quarter. And for auto loans, that was at 2%. For student loans, it was at 6%.
Does it tell you what the interest rates were?
It does not.
Okay.
It's just delinquent 90 days or more.
Okay.
And for credit card debt, it was about 8.5% to 9%.
Okay.
So first quarter of this year, so I mean, we're 22 years later.
So this is strictly delinquents.
It's just delinquent more than 90 days.
Okay, so like with credit cards,
So for anything.
credit cards. Here's my problem. Okay,
Mhm.
so 10% of all credit card holders
Mhm.
are delinquent by 90 days or more, right? So
Correct.
you didn't even make your minimum payment. Not that you're paying,
No, you're
Interest.
paying nothing.
you're paying zero. Like yes, right? Like you have
Or you're paying less than the minimum.
Right, you
So
have-
your minimum's 35, you're paying $10.
right? Or not,
Or not.
right? Like,
Yeah.
and so this is why I have a problem with credit cards, right? Like there's delinquent out there.
Well, and there was a point there between 2013 and 2019 where student loans was actually higher than credit cards. And I mean, you and I have had the student loan talk a lot of times. I'm not a huge fan on student loans because I think they fuck everybody over, except for the rich. But you know, the student loans themselves were at a low of 1% ish in 23.
That's really low.
But why?
Because they didn't force you to make a payment.
Right. Biden had suspended payments and, you know, he's trying to wipe out student loan debt, which we can't wipe out student loan debt unless you'll chase around people that you think are immigrants. If you chase around people that we think are immigrants, then we'll wipe away your student loan debt.
Is that a real thing?
That's a real thing. If you join ICE, they'll wipe out your student loan debt. Uh-huh. Not only will they pay you a shit ton of money, but they'll wipe out your student loan debt. But if you're a teacher, fuck you. Pay your student loans.
That's insane.
And mind you, pay your student loans that you've been paying on for 10 years. You paid, let's say you took out 50 grand and
Right.
you paid 45,000 on, and you now owe 95,000 on them because all they did was jack you with interest the entire time. So it is now back up to 10.16%,
That's insane.
which again, it was 6% 22 years ago. Credit card debt, which I always expect will be high, hit a high in 2009 at 13.73. It was about 8.5 in 2003. It's sitting at 12.27. So it's not quite at the high, but it's a good 3 to 4 points higher than it was 22 years ago. And then when we look at auto loans, because people pay their auto loans, right?
No.
We went from under 2%, just under 2%, to 4.99. The high was in 2011 at 5.27. So 5 out of every 100 people are not paying their auto loan for 3 months or more.
Right. Say, but they say the economy's going well.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. The economy's great. Let's talk about energy bills. So a year ago, average electricity per kilowatt hour in the US, okay, was 101 unit.
Kilowatt per hour. Yep.
Yeah. Right now, it's sitting just under 108. So we're at an 8% jump in a year.
Yep.
That seems somewhat significant to me, doesn't it to you?
It's saying the cost of that's going astronomical. I mean, so my area is having an issue with their water bill, things like that.
Mhm.
Sorry, I have to go back to this. This is just an absolute fucking joke to me.
Uh-oh.
You've hit a fucking nerve for me, so congrats. Student loan repayment program,
Mhm.
right? So, yes, ICE, immigration and customs enforcement agents are eligible for forgiveness through public service loan forgiveness. So if you're doing a public service, okay. This is an absolute fucking joke. All right. Also, there's
But school teachers aren't public service.
150,000 applications to join ICE. Yahoo Finance, right?
Mhm.
ICE recruiters offered $50,000 bonus and $60,000 loan forgiveness as more funding comes in. So they're funding this shit even more. This America is just becoming a fucking joke to me.
You want me to trigger you right now? Read that comment. Back to the coaching.
I had a parent when I volunteered.
Read it so people can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I had a parent helping me when I volunteered to coach baseball. not knowing much about it. And then the last 4 games, they stopped helping me and got into it with me and said, "Oh, we're just gonna lose anyway." And I about threw the clipboard at them. Okay, so I had the exact same thing kind of happen to me. They didn't stop helping me. They should have, because that should have been my last straw. But I don't know my
They just continued to say dumb shit.
right. But yeah, so I had a person go, "Oh, we're just gonna give up these runs anyway." So I just trust me. I'm sorry you had to go through that. People suck, and winning is not everything. Trust me.
Definitely is not.
We'll say I will create a better human being than what these people are.
I mean, that's the job, isn't it? Creating a better human being.
Yeah, say that. But this ice bowl, really.
Yeah.
So we can't get fucking student loan forgiveness to people, but
Teachers, nurses, military members. But we'll give it to people chasing around what they appear to be as illegal immigrants, which many times they're not.
and yeah, this is just
Many times they're just brown.
right. Well, that's my wife and I are getting into it because I don't know. If you come from Scandinavian countries, you're still illegal if you come in the wrong way, right?
Yeah. But they don't give a shit about them.
You don't see anything about it, right?
So this is something that Hofstadter brought up at his show.
Yeah.
We were talking about socialism and how, conservatives really do love socialism, but they only like their kind of socialism.
Sure.
And what they do is they point to like Venezuela's socialism, which isn't really socialist. It's, dictator-run socialism.
Sure.
If you look at true socialism, you look at the Scandinavian countries, Denmark and Sweden and places like that. And he goes, when you do surveys, who always has the highest level of happiness? Well, it's always those Scandinavian countries.
Right.
He goes, have you ever been to those? And we're like, no. He goes, it's cold as shit there. It's cold as shit there for like 9 fucking months a year.
Yeah.
He goes, you people live in Michigan. Do you like winters? And most of us don't.
Yes, I know.
And we only put up with it for 6 fucking months. He goes, how great do things have to be if you're willing to put up with that for 9 or 10 months a year? And we all went, huh, that's a really good argument I've never thought of before.
Yeah. People think you get used to it. Never in my life.
No.
Will I get used to
Not used to
that fucking freezing cold. Right?
But you know what? If I had universal health care, it might fucking help a little bit.
But I don't have to worry about if I'm getting sick. Yeah.
So let's look at some, average people's costs, because we do live in the U.S. And changes in the consumer pricing index, which I heard when a certain orange man got in that he was bringing prices down on day one. Right?
Yep.
Did you hear that?
Supposedly.
So from August of 24 to August of 25, food has gone up 3.2%. Food that you make at home has gone up 2.7%.
Right.
Meat, poultry, fish, and eggs, 5.6% up.
Yep.
Fruits and vegetables, up 1.9. Dairy and related dairy products, up 1.3. Cereal and baked goods, up 1.1. Nick, is up the opposite of down?
Yes.
Okay, I was just curious.
This is a 1-year mark, which is crazy to me.
I mean, that's a pretty significant jump in a year, especially when people are, talking about not having enough money. And let's break that down a little further. So roasted coffee is up 21.7%. Nick, do you drink coffee?
No.
I don't either. You know who does? Ring, ring.
Yeah.
My mother last weekend. I have to buy coffee. It's so expensive. And she buys her fucking shit at Walmart, which I don't shop for.
Sure.
So I hop on my Meyer app to see what coffee is. She only drinks Folgers.
Sure.
And I see the Folgers is on sale until Wednesday of this week. Sure. So I said to her, I'm like, well, just go to Meyer before Wednesday and you'll get it for this price. And she goes, oh, well, that's cheaper, but then I have to make 2 trips. Right. Sometimes you have to make 2 trips. They're literally a stone's throw away from each other.
Yes, I know where she lives, and it's literally, I'm not sure you even have to go back on the main road. I think you could just cut through parking lot.
You have to cross the main road and cut through parking lot.
Yeah.
And it, fine. Uncooked beef steaks is up 16.6%. I don't buy much meat anymore. I mean, I've really cut back buying groceries, period.
Yeah.
I'm eating a lot of cereal, even though that's up, because it's cheaper.
Yeah, Dude, cereal's crazy.
Yeah.
Just insane.
I get it at Costco because I can get 2 boxes for less than I can get,
Yeah.
other places. Eggs is up 10.9%. I thought eggs were coming down.
They were. So you know what?
He said he was going to bring them right down.
Back in my day, eggs were 99 cents.
Yeah.
Right now you're finding them for $3.50 or something like that. Up north, I got a guy who will sell them to me for $2 a dozen from his backyard. Okay?
I don't know if this has hit us because we have a lot of apples in Michigan.
As it is.
Has it?
Yeah.
So apples are up 9.6%.
We're starting to get into apple season here.
Yeah.
They're
They're up, huh?
Oh yeah. We'll see. A Honeycrisp apple. Go.
Is it because they don't have anybody pick the fucking apples?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, on the cost of the chemicals to keep the bugs off.
Where are all the conservative white people that wanted those jobs?
I will tell you, right? Americans, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to admit it. If it doesn't look right, we don't sell it, right?
Yeah.
So if if it looks like it has a blemish or something like that, we just don't sell it here in America, right?
I mean, I'll eat those.
Right.
You just cut off the bad piece.
It's
What's
kind
going
of
on.
right? But like, and I, don't get me wrong. I'll eat it. It's just, yep, I have to have my wife cut off the bad piece.
Yep.
Like I'll never know. I don't care.
Candy and chewing gum up 8.1%. You bought some Big League Chew last night, even though you didn't know
I
about
had
it.
no idea. But David, do you eat candy bars very much?
I usually have them around ish.
Oh, do you? Okay.
And we have them here, so I'll eat them here
Sure.
because we provide them to customers and staff.
I went out. Courtney, my wife's pregnant. I think we've said this. We wanted a specific dessert last night, so I went and spent $16 drive-through desserts. But that being said, back in my day, the kids used to be able to go door to door selling candy bars for $1.
Yeah.
Not just World's
World Finest, but also M&M's and shit.
M&M's, Reese's, Snickers, all this. I went to Speedway or 7-Eleven, whatever you got, still around. And a candy bar now is like $3 for an individual candy bar. I once in a while say we'll have candy bars for $1 a piece.
Huh?
And so, like, I feel like I'm getting a huge deal.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's how I get back. Like, I'm like, oh, give me 20 of them.
Yeah.
Because they're on sale for $1. It's finally back to where I can afford this. And so I buy 50 of them, right? Bring them home to the family. But it's just insane to me.
Yeah.
Like, we joke about, like, oh, back in my day, I used to be able to get nickel candy. I don't think you can find a nickel candy anywhere anymore, right?
The year I started driving, there was a Clark station on M89 in Plymouth.
Yep.
It's now an Admiral station. It's right in front of where Pip Hospital.
Oh yeah.
You could get gas on Tuesdays. Premium was the same price as regular.
Oh wow.
It was 90.9 cents.
Jeez.
And that was the day I'd fill up. I'd go to, lift, and on my way to or from lifting, I'd go fill up the tank because, 12-gallon tank, you're not spending $12. That was great. I don't know the last time I filled up like that because, again, it's fucking expensive now.
Right.
Bacon up 7.2%.
I only buy bacon when it's like family fare buy 2 get 3 free. Or
So I've been getting the pre-cooked at Costco
yeah,
because I can just throw it in the microwave real quick and move on with my life.
yep, I can see that.
Frozen non-carbonated juices and drinks up 7.1. Frozen fish and seafood, which I don't touch, 6.7%. Bananas 6.6. I do buy bananas.
Why?
I like bananas.
Monkeys no crap.
I like bananas.
Banana. Monkey no crap. That baseball interview. That's all I keep telling myself. I have a banana. I have a potassium issue.
Deficiency.
I don't know if it's a deficiency, but anyway, so it gives me really bad stomach aches to eat bananas. So I was bowling this past weekend, and all I kept telling myself was, "Oh, I need to have banana." Because why? Because monkeys don't crap. It's like, man, all right, I should. But I didn't eat one because it hurt. I'm in a rough spot. Like, what do I do? I'm sweating like crazy and drinking like crazy. But I can't. I can have a banana just for me. Okay, way too much.
we just talked about this. So
Yeah, utilities are
Yeah.
insane.
natural gas up 13.8%, electricity up 6.2.
Yeah, that's insane.
Isn't that nuts?
All
All right, those are all those slides. I have more slides
more slides.
because far be it from me to not give you any of these wonderful, wonderful things. So Trump doesn't take a salary for being the president, right? That's the big push.
Nope, actually, it's illegal. He has to take this.
But he donates, supposedly.
Doubt it.
So Forbes came out with this the other day. Their presidency boosts Trump's net worth by $3 billion per year. He's now worth $7.3 billion, up from $4.3 billion in 24 when he was still running for office. The $3 billion gain vaulted him 118 spots on the Forbes 400, where he lands at number 201 this year. No president in U.S. history has used his position of power to profit as immensely as Trump. His primary vehicle for enrichment, cryptocurrency, an asset class full of hype and vulnerable to regulators.
Yep. I haven't checked his Trump coin. Because he's got like his whole family of fucking coiners, right?
I think so. Again, that shit to me is just it's fucking monopoly money. Okay, yes, you can make money off of it. Absolutely. Does it mean it's real? No. If I can't go to a store and use fucking Bitcoin to buy for shit, then it ain't fucking real.
Right.
And maybe they'll get there with Bitcoin, but they're not doing it with all these other fucking coins, okay? So, companies that donated to Trump. This is how much the companies getting their actions dropped donating to Trump's inaugural fund. So, CFPB cases, which they worked to break that up, Adobe 1 million, Bank of America 500 million, JP Morgan and Chase 1 million, Meta 1 million, PayPal 250,000, and Walmart 150,000. Well, you can get a lot of cases dropped if you're dropping that kind of coin, can't you? Yeah. Foreign bribery cases, that was a Toyota thing. They dropped 1 million. SEC crypto cases, Coinbase 1 million, Crypto.com 1 million, Kraken 1 million. And as Robert Wright posted, these were all bribes. Trump has halted or dropped enforcement actions against 160 plus corporations, including 42 consumer protection cases at CFPB, 24 in bribery cases at the DOJ, 6 employment discrimination cases at the EEOC, and 7 crypto cases at the SEC. So basically, they donated to him, so charges would be dropped against them. That sounds like pay for play to me.
Oh yeah,
which is illegal.
No, you gotta prove it.
That's the problem. Nick is not a union guy.
No, I mean, I'm getting there.
Let's talk about unions for a minute. So in 1925, low union membership, no power in unions.
Yep.
So share of income going to the top 10% in 1925 was in the vicinity of 45 to 50%. And going to everybody else, it was in the vicinity of 10%. Okay. Unions gained power in the 50s and 60s, and those lines basically crossed. Everybody shared in the wealth. Reagan came in the 1980 and first busted up the air traffic controllers union, and then attacked all the rest of the unions. And now, today, unions once again are down towards 10%, and the top 10% are around 45, 50%.
Oh yeah.
So we have this large wealth inequality. And when people say, where's the middle class gone? That's where they went. We had a robust middle class in the 1950s and 60s. It made this country go. And then the rich people are like, well, we got to stop this shit because we're not making enough money. So fuck all you people. We're going to get rid of the union's power. And they did. And what you hear now, so my former best friend is a good example of this. So he worked for a company that didn't have a union. And then they were bought out by a company that did. But it had to be voted on again because they were taking over this company.
Sure.
So they ran around telling everybody, union's bad, don't vote for the union. And him and I had this conversation. I'm like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. He's like, well, I'm not going to pay them because they don't do anything in the first place. So they voted against the union because he's a fucking moron.
Yep.
And what did he say to me 6 months after the union got turned down?
Man, I should have.
Man, I should have voted for the union. This is fucking horrible. This place just turned to shit. And guess who got fired like 2 years later?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
And they trumped up charges for firing. So when they would be slow at work for years, they get their work done. They go downstairs, take a long break, play cards. That was fine.
Well, now you're stealing from the company.
Until they didn't vote for that union, and now you're stealing from the company, and it's time theft, and you're all fired. And they went and hired people at probably a quarter of the salary that these people were making. And again, that's always the play, isn't it? You get rid of these seasoned people to pay cheaper people because you don't really care if it's done right. You just want to save as much money as possible.
Right.
This one's going to make you really happy, Nick. 17% of teachers work a second job.
Really?
Did you think it'd be higher? Because I did.
17%.
17%. I thought it'd be.
Well, I guess for summer probably.
Buying a median priced home. Don't look at my screen.
Yep.
Tell me how much you think you need as an income to buy a median priced home.
As an income?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure. Did you 33%, right?
Yearly salary.
Yeah. $82,000.
So the current median is 79,000.
Okay.
To buy the median price home now requires $124,000 per year.
So
which is 57% above the median salary.
Yeah.
How are people buying houses?
2 incomes.
This would still, I mean, you would have to have 2 people that are equating that. Dawn and I make that.
Right.
Combined.
Combined.
So we could afford a house. But again, we couldn't find a house that we could afford.
Right.
Because I wouldn't spend $400,000 on a house.
I mean, yeah, they're estimating $380,000 as a median home.
Yeah.
But crazy. So I mean, that could be right.
That doesn't help either.
Yeah.
Okay, we talked about some of these things. So under Trump's economy, coffee's up 26%, beef 14, oranges 17, banana 6, chicken 6, chocolate chip cookies are up 5%. Potato chips 4, milk's 4. That sounds like we're winning, right?
Yep.
Average worker pay is up 2%.
Oh,
I got a 2% raise. Doesn't pay for any of that shit.
right. No, that's crazy. I say he's, he's a horrible leader. He doesn't understand the economy of things. I mean,
And I mean, at this point, he's literally telling every news organization, you can't talk bad about me because if you do,
oh, yeah.
I'm gonna,
Well,
get you fired.
I say we go back to the Jimmy Kimmel thing, right? Which, from my understanding, right? So basically, he said, "Oh, hey, this is how supportive Trump is being over the Charlie Kirk thing." Hey, Donald, we're just checking in to see how you're holding up to lose a friend, right? Because everybody would assume this guy's friends. You see the ballroom's getting built over here. Well, he didn't. Wait, literally, Charlie Kirk's job got replaced before his obituary was fucking laid. Trump came out and said, "Hey, federally, lower the fucking flags," which I don't agree with. I think that's
You don't do it for a podcast.
a slap in the face to military. That's a slap in the face to people who've earned it. Again, but so he came out and that's the acknowledgement that he gave.
Yep.
And then literally when he asked a question, hey, and you can, oh, he's a man. He's not going to talk about his feelings. Blah, blah, blah. He talked about a ballroom. Fuck off, right? Like he didn't talk about, oh, he's a man. Well, what men can't be in the ballroom?
He was so broken up that when they did a memorial service, he went golfing.
Absolutely.
Didn't give a shit about the memorial service for his great friend that died. He went golfing. We do have a comment here. As a truck driver that worked for a dairy company, we also do eggs. I drove eggs from Michigan all the way to Pennsylvania, almost to West Virginia, and up in the mountains. And even I thought eggs were being ridiculously priced.
Yeah.
I mean, they are,
Yep. Yeah, so it's crazy to me. Like the amount of people that support and come up with every excuse they possibly can for this human being just blows my mind. As a truck driver. You want to read that one?
I just did.
Oh, sorry.
That was the eggs.
Oh, the eggs. Gotcha.
Here's the thing that bothers me the most, because you and I have been on the same page with the Kirk thing. Didn't deserve to die, but we're also not broken up over it because we weren't fans of this.
Right.
They keep going, well, you're taking him out of context.
Yeah.
I keep hearing that argument. And the favorite argument I've heard on the opposite side of that?
What's that?
When Fred Rogers died, nobody goes, you're taking Mr. Rogers out of context.
No,
They didn't fucking have to. You use the person's words. If you say shitty and vile things, and people don't like you because you said shitty and vile things, that's a you fucking problem, not a everybody else fucking problem. You know what? When I drop dead, if people have shitty things to say about me, I probably did some shitty things.
Right.
It would not surprise me if there were people that had shitty things to say about me.
Yeah.
There will also be people that are really broken up about it and are going to say, you know what? That sucks because he meant a lot to me. That's also true.
Right.
I don't wish for people that don't fucking deal with me on a daily basis to give a shit about my death. That shit doesn't matter to me.
Well, I'll give an example. Okay, so I had a guy who was supposed to be my assistant coach. He was my college coach.
Yep.
I
remember.
You have an old player, right?
Yeah.
So this person, right? The interactions I've had with this human being was, hey, person, how was your holidays? Great. I got to go watch Real Bowl. The fuck did you say to me? That's not a good coach, right?
No.
Okay, they come to be my assistant because they're forced to be my assistant because I got the head coaching position.
Right.
And they fucking quit on me. They walked out, didn't say anything, didn't do whatever, right? No, they were there. They were there.
Right. They were there.
And then I told them what to do the next day.
Yep.
I turned to go, hey, it's your turn to come in. And they had walked out.
Yep.
Okay. So the interactions I've had. But this person has recently passed away.
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All I ever did, right? I reached out to a player that you know.
Yep.
I reached out to all of my bowlers that had him as whatever. And I just said, hey, I'm so sorry for the loss of all of you. If there's anything I can do or we can do as a staff, whatever, please let us know. We are here for this time, right?
Mine didn't seem too broke up.
Well, they said, oh, he's a great coach and taught me a lot. Great. I'm very happy for you. I'm glad you had that. Look, we don't all have to love everybody, right? But like again, I'm not. Am I sad this person's dead? Doesn't fucking affect me, right? Like, am I happy? No, right? Like,
yeah, you don't have to be happy about it. You just don't have to care.
I know, right? It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form, right? Like, David, Aunt Sue's passed away.
Yeah.
Devastated, all that, right?
Yeah.
I watched the shit that they go through. I knew Aunt Sue from 3 meetings, right? Yeah. Like, I had fun with the lady.
You're not overly broken up about it. As you shouldn't be.
I was there for a hug for you, yeah. Right? Like,
you had a good time shooting with Aunt Sue.
Right. 100%.
That was fun.
Right. There's a photo that we share every time. And it's, like do I like the fact there's a 72-pound woman fucking backbending because of a 45 recoil? Yes. But
you were there just like Johnny Bench, the catcher.
Right. But I tell you what, I mean, like, dude, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not.
I mean, Nick, if I would have dropped dead 4 years ago, would you have been sad?
Oh, absolutely.
Would your mom have been sad?
I don't know.
Probably not.
It would have been sad for me, right?
Right, but
yeah,
not about me being
no. Not about you, no.
Your brother Sean?
No.
Okay. Your sister?
50-50. Sad about it. She'd be like, oh, sorry. That's what
probably not even that.
Oh, sorry.
Because she doesn't like me, so. And do I care? I don't, because, again, nothing against your mom.
Right.
She's fine.
Yep.
We're not friends.
You're not best friends, right?
I mean, I'll be sad for you when your mom passes. I won't be sad for me.
Right.
Your grandma passed away.
Right.
I was very sad for you and other members of your family. I was sad for Archie, as I know Archie. I talked to your grandma maybe twice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, and yeah, like it's a woman that raised me, right?
Right.
Of course, but like, yeah.
I didn't know
my grandma's your Aunt Sue, right? Like, yeah, hey, I know that this person shows up every day and does this. That's what I know of them, right? Like, no, being upset by it.
I showed up for the viewing
Yeah,
because of you.
that's what a friend does.
And, some of the other members in your family that I showed up for Archie.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't show up because of Newer. We have a friend of the show whose grandma just passed away. I won't say her.
Yep.
I will show up to that memorial service because of what that family means to me.
Oh, yeah.
And their grandmother was always very nice to me, always very good to Caitlin.
Yep.
But it's not like we've really had any conversation since Caitlin got out of school. She got out of school 11 years ago now.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't talk. I'm very sad that she passed. She was advanced age, so she lived a great life, a long life.
Yep.
It doesn't make that loss any better for the people that are going through it. I feel bad for her son, and I feel bad for her granddaughters, and I'm going to go and show my support because I care about those people.
Yep.
That's what you do.
But you're not losing sleep.
No.
Or not, right? I mean, it's exactly it, right? Like it doesn't keep you awake crying in tears because of this, right?
That wasn't my grandma.
Right. And that's it, right? I mean, it's fun, right? Because it's the same as your mom, right? There's multiple people that your mom calls son.
Yep.
Your mom, I bet your mom probably doesn't know my name, right? I've been over to her house.
Of you.
Yes, of course. I've been to her house. We've met. We've done things.
If I said which one's Nick, I'm not sure she could pick you out.
Right. That would be hilarious to me, right? I've met this woman. We've talked, we've done whatever, but like, I bet your mom couldn't tell me who I am, right? Like, if you'd be like, oh, hey, we did Bucks and Brews, and you'd be like, oh yeah, with that one guy, right? Like,
she knows that I do that with Nick. She would know that.
Yeah, but like, it's just funny to me. Like,
she knows you're a landlord.
Oh, does she? Okay.
She does not know you drive a purple car. So if your car showed up,
yeah,
which 90% of the people I know would be like, "Oh, that's Nick." She'd be like, "Whose purple car is that?"
It's very fun to me, right? Like but if and when it happens, right? Like, I'm sad for you.
Yes.
At the end of the day, though, like, I don't know. I'm there for whatever you need.
Memorial service is going to be in Kalamazoo. You want to run down?
Right. Yeah.
You might not.
Oh, yeah, I'll be there for you. If I'm around, I mean, that's the problem. Just like you.
You might not be available.
I love this grandma. We have selfies from.
Yeah.
We have selfies from back when so they used to come to the magic show that I do every year.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. They bowling community things.
Yeah.
Very awesome human being. Just like you. It's been years. Like my favorite memory, quick, was this person would always say happy birthday to people on Facebook.
On their own page.
On their own page.
And wouldn't tag anyone.
No, yeah. So it'd be like, so like if I'm like, if I'm on my own page, it'd be like, happy birthday, David.
And no last name.
Yeah.
You'd have to figure out it's you.
Whose birthday? Yes.
So I would literally start to seek out their page on my birthday because I knew it was there. Because they'd go, happy birthday, David. And I'd have to go to their page to say thank you so much.
Yeah. And that's
they thought of you.
Yeah. And that's exactly it too, right? But it's like, man, that was always fun for me because I'm like, all right. Yeah. It's like,
it could be any day.
Yeah.
I just happen to think it's me.
Wouldn't
that be embarrassing if it wasn't you though? Like three Nicks came out that day and they're like, thank you.
Yeah, I say. Oh, God.
Maybe she was just killing three birds with one stone at that point.
Just ordered it. It's coming in Monday. Just to let you know that drink has been ordered.
Awesome. You'll have to let me know when it comes in because I want to come get some too.
Monday. Right, isn't that what they said?
Yeah, Monday. You'll have to let me know where is more the point because you haven't told me that part.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, we can do it off here.
Yeah. Anything else that you wanted to touch base on the way the world is set, financial situation?
Economy is kind of a shit show right now. Keep your head down and keep investing in things that won't lose you a shit ton of money. So I wouldn't be putting it in crypto.
Right. And but again, I'm going to be opposite of David. If you're going to invest into crypto, that's your choice. That's your take. If we're wrong, good for you. Look, I'm not going to tell you not to invest in crypto.
I want to be wrong.
Do what you want with your money. Make sure it's extra money that you can afford to lose. Make sure, right?
I want to hit on that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish your talk.
No, but like give yourself look, just because I'm investing in betterment for what I choose to do and you choose to do crypto, I don't care. As long as you're investing, I'm happy, right? Look, both of us are taking risk, both of us are losing money, both of us are making money, whatever it is. Look, just invest. Try something. If you like it, keep going. If you don't, run away.
So,
right?
friend of the show that we had on, a retiree,
Retiree.
he was talking to me at one point, and he's like, "Yeah, my daughter, who can't really afford it, loaned a friend like $500, and then got pissed at me because I'm like, you don't have $500. Why would you do that?" And they ended up getting paid back. So I mean, it worked out, right?
Yep.
And I tell this to my daughter. So then, like 3 weeks ago, this happened a couple months ago. 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, she tells me, "Yeah, I was at work, and so is like, yeah, I don't have enough money for rent, and I'm kind of screwed." She goes, "So I said, you know what? I'm going to help you out." And I'm like, "Okay." She goes, "So I did." I'm like, "Okay. Can I ask how much?" She goes, "About $550." And I went, "All right. I'm not going to tell you not to do that because there are friends of mine that I loan money out to that they might not pay me back. I did it with Chris for years.
Yep.
I still, if Nelson needs, money for a few days, I'll toss him $100.
Sure.
So I do the same thing.
Mhm.
And I said, "Listen, I'm not mad at you. You just have to be prepared not to get that money back. If you're okay not getting that money back, do whatever the fuck you want."
Right.
So when we were supposed to do a show on Wednesday, I knew we weren't doing anything before 6.
Yeah.
So I get done working, it's 4:00, and Caitlin's texting me. I'm like, "Hey, what you doing?" She's like, "Well, I'm at CBK getting a drink." I'm like, "You want company?" And she's like, "Sure." So I went down and had a drink with her. I get there and she goes, "Hey, that friend I loaned money to, she paid me back today." And I'm like, "That's great." Again, you have to be willing to lose it. And it's the same thing with investing. If you're going to invest, if you're going to bet, because, we talked about betting when we first got here, but not on air. You have to be willing to lose whatever that is. So, I'm taking $100 of mine and I'm going to put it into this stock. And if it goes to zero, I have to be okay with that decision. If I take that $100 and I put it in a slot machine and I lose it all, I have to be okay with that decision. If I loan it to Nick and he doesn't pay me back, I have to be okay with this decision because that's my risk I'm taking.
Well, I get it. And that's a great way to end this. Guys, as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. I think I'm finally a little bit awake. Monster, Zero Sugar, thanks so much for the heartburn.
Both of my beers were great. I don't know if we'll be back next week because we got a lot of shit going on next week. But if not, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Nick and I got some exciting episodes coming up. We need to sit down and talk about pulling on some guests.
So we got to get some guests. The hard part is finding the right time to both of us
Be here.
commit.
Yes. So thanks for joining, everybody, and we'll talk to everybody again real soon.
You've dialed in
To Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're going to want to
The
use
smarts of these
because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up because shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
Bucks and brews.